Okay, my friends. So the audio on this is basically nothing. It's just basically road noise, and when we're going at speed, the DJI Pocket Osmo, the microphone is, it's just two tiny little pinhole microphones, so it's not going to pick up great audio like my big Sony camcorder, especially when the wind is just flapping over it. So I figured I would just try to do a voiceover, just give you a little bit of narrative of what I was doing. The DJI Osmo Pocket Osmo. I get them backwards. Anyhow, this thing is a tiny little stabilized camera. It's basically a gimbal, a tiny gimbal with a camera built into it. And I like to do walking tours, but everybody tells me that my walking tours, the footage is too shaky. Everybody keeps telling me to get a gimbal. Well, thanks to the J-Dog, and actually his son recommended that I get this little pocket, this little Pocket Osmo. And at first I thought it was a toy until I started doing the research, and I realized this is a pretty good little piece of gear. I watched some of the footage and I was like, damn, that's it's great stabilized footage. Looks a hell of a lot better than the iPhone footage. And so anyhow, I pulled the trigger, I picked it up. And this video here is basically the first video where I got out to test it. Now, if you've ever ridden in a tricycle in the Philippines, it's a rough ride. I mean, the damn wheels are out of balance. I mean, even riding on a smooth road, the damn tricycle ride is still horrible because they don't balance the wheels. But the roads here aren't exactly smooth everywhere you go, so it's a very shaky ride. I said, all right, let me take it on a tricycle test. And if you look at my foot in the bottom left corner, you can tell actually how bumpy the tricycle ride actually is. But when you look at the footage, I mean, it is smooth. It's like I'm riding on rails. And again, this was my initial test of this little camera, and I was quite impressed. I am quite impressed at the stabilization. So from now on, my walking tours and when I'm on the go will be recorded on this little thing, and you're looking at the footage right now. It's just going to be so much better. And the thing's tiny. I mean, it fits in your pocket. It's got a little tiny screen on it. But if you want a bigger screen, you just click it. You just attach it to your cell phone, and then basically, you're looking at the screen on your phone, but it's recording off of this device with the stabilized footage. So basically, I'm taking you for a tricycle ride through Angeles City here in the Philippines. And on this video, I'm shooting 4K 60 frames per second. So you can pause this video, and it's so clear you can read all of the. Hold on a second, baby. I'm trying to make a YouTube video. All I hear is Filipinos talking back there. Sorry about that, folks. My Filipinos, they know we're in the YouTube business, and they know when I'm recording, but they just keep carrying on the conversation, talk about nonsense and gossip. Anyhow, I'm back. So I love you, baby, but I'm trying to record some YouTube stuff here. So yeah, so anyhow, folks, this little camera is on time. I mean, if you just hit pause, like I said, you can read the street signs. The only thing about it, if you're shooting 60 frames per second, it won't do the face follow. This little camera, you can just sit it down and it'll follow you around the room. But it will not follow you if you're shooting 4K 60 frames. If you're shooting anything less than 60 frames per second, the follow features will work. But what I'm shooting right here is just the regular mode. I mean, I'm not following anybody or any object. And so we're just riding through the street shooting 4K 60, and I'm impressed with the quality of the video and the stabilization. I mean, there's no way I could imagine it would have been that stable. And again, if you look at the Tricycle on the left, how bumpy that damn thing is, then you can really see and start to appreciate the stabilization of this little camera. The battery life on this guy, I mean, I shot all these videos. I mean, I shot probably an hour and a half worth of video at least. I came back and still have battery left. So I have yet to do the test of how much footage I can get on a single charge, but you know, I would say it's at least an hour and a half shooting 4K 60 frames. That's what I would guess, but I'll do a test and I'll see how long this thing will shoot at the highest setting. But the battery life is good. Got no complaints about that. And you know, you can't change out the battery, so you know, if you want to recharge it, you got to carry a power bank. But during this whole day of filming, you know, I did not even get close to exhausting the battery. Now, what's the downsides to this camera? Is the audio. Okay, when I'm riding this Tricycle with the wind whipping, I mean, it's like the microphone just really kind of just shut down. It didn't record anything really. Unless you're holding this thing like right in front of your face, you know, if you're walking and you're holding it up, you know, it's the same level as your voice, as your face, then okay, you're gonna get some audio. But you know, it's two little microphones. There's one, you know, near the buttons and one on the bottom of this guy, and it's very easy when you're holding it to cover up those microphones. So you got to make sure you don't cover up the microphones. But the solution is going to be an external mic once I can get my hands on the cable. And once I get my hands on that cable and a good external microphone, then this thing is going to be a game changer. All right, how much, my friend?
Thank you, sir.
$170 enough?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, my friend. All right, take care. All right, folks, we got to go over here. We got to go here and find this gentleman, see where he's at. But I think so far this footage is pretty darn stable. I'm holding it down flashlight mode. And then right now I'm holding it up regular mode. But see, you can hold it down at your side in flashlight mode. Okay, so in this portion of the video when I'm walking, I was holding it down in flashlight mode, basically down by my side, and I was purposely swinging my arms like I'm walking, like I'm normally walking. And if you can tell there's a little bit of movement in the footage, but it's because I was swinging my arms. I just wanted to, okay, let me walk normal and see how this guy will do. So I wasn't holding it still. It was just down by my side, and I'm swinging my arms like just a normal walk. And so there's a little bit of jumpy footage. Hello, my friend. You have a Pilsen?
Oh, only Sunmig Light and Sunmig Apple and Red Horse.
You have a Sunmig Light?
Yes, sir.
Is it cold?
Yes, sir.
I'll take one, please.
You drink here, sir?
Yeah, just drink right here, yeah.
Okay.
It's okay?
One bottle only, sir.
Yeah, hold on a second. Let me make sure I got cash. Yeah, you got change for 500?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
One bottle.
Yeah, just one bottle. Folks, I just sat this thing down right here when I'm talking to this gentleman. Yeah, I'm about a foot away from the microphone, but when it's sitting down, it's actually blocking the bottom microphone. So I guess it's probably not good to set it down because the bottom microphone, I'll cover it up right now. It's covered up. But that's the noise canceling mic. All right, thank you very much. Yeah, that's perfect. That's cold. That's perfect. All right, thank you. Look at that, folks. Cheers. I mean, so far this thing's too cool. Yeah, you like that? I'm testing it out. It's just a little bitty camera. Yeah. So yeah, that's what it is. All right, thank you very much, my friend. Thank you, folks. Get my beer here. Go back over here and see Helen of Troy. There's B&B Grill right there. We're just sitting right across the street. Let me do a fast pan and see how it handles it. So I fast turn around, it just smooths it out. And right up here is a shawarma place. And there's a steakhouse over there, over across the way, and also what's it called, Barbarino's. Gotta check that out. All right, folks, I'm enjoying my beer right here. But so far, folks, I am digging this new little camera. And I think the key is going to be getting the, I'm about to get the external microphone. Especially, you know, in the Philippines it's so noisy, folks. You have to have an external mic or just your audio is going to be not really good. If I was in a quiet room, this thing would probably be adequate. You know, we tested it in the condo, it works pretty well. But when you're out here on the streets, it's noisy. So I'll have to either go down to Manila to find an external mic or order it from somewhere. So shout out to the J-Dog or Doc Wayne. I can't remember which one of you guys told me about this thing. I can't remember who told me about it. I'm trying to figure this out. For some reason it's not tracking the horizon. So let me hit the button to recenter it. So boom. Alright, there we go. So now it recenters. Yeah, so either Doc Wayne or the J-Dog told me about this thing months ago. And I was like, that's a toy. Until I started researching it and realized they were right. I should have listened to them. It's not a toy. This thing is a fucking tool. Because when I do my walking tours, everybody hits me up, hey man, get a gimbal. It's too shaky. Got it. Tried to get a gimbal. I never found the right one. But they turned me onto this thing and I did the research. And folks, so far I'm digging it. And if that footage turns out pretty good from the Tricycle, I'm sorry, I'm recentering it here. I'm shooting 4K 60. And when you shoot 4K 60, it won't do face detect. But if I would drop it down to 24 frames, it'll fall on my face. But I'm shooting 4K 60 because I want to see how long it'll record and how good the quality is. Loud ass Jesus. So anyhow, shout out to the J-Dog and Doc Wayne, whoever turned me on to this little device. I pull the trigger on it, and once I get that external microphone, my walking tour should be pretty cool. And it's not drawing any attention. That guy, when I said it in his face, he's the first guy that said, hey, is that a camera? Nobody else has any idea. So once we get that external mic, everything should be good to go for the walking tours, you know. I'm going to test it out today. I'm going to look at a house, so maybe I'll give you a look around the house that we're looking for and see how it works out. Thanks for joining me, my friends. Boom, hit 10,000 subscribers last night while I was sleeping. That is a huge milestone. I may do a little live stream later to thank everybody. Working on a cool video from when I took Helen of Troy and my Jenny out the other night. A little bit of drama on the video. Helen got to drinking.
Helen's a wonderful girl, but when she starts drinking or she gets hungry, oh, she turns into a little biatch. Right now she's hungry, but Saturday night, whenever we went out, she was drinking. So a little bit of drama, I'll let you in on that. Folks, pulling up to the Wild Orchid Resort. End of our ride. So, which one? Where's it at? By JJ's? Easier to go follow one, right? Huh?
And forward.
My friends, I'm chilling like a villain. CPI call shop. Working on this new DJI Osmo Pocket or Pocket Osmo. This thing is a fucking champion. Only thing you can complain about is that it doesn't do tracking when you're shooting 4K 60 frames. If you're shooting 24 frames, yeah. But if you're gonna shoot 60 frames, it's not gonna do the face tracking or the object tracking or whatever it is. That's the only drawback. But you know what? Every now and then it kind of gets like out of whack. So all you do is like double click the right one and it recenters it, right? too easy. I mean, but it takes a day of playing with this thing just to learn how to use the goddamn thing. And I'm pretty sure the audio is gonna be shit, but that's all right because I'm gonna order an external mic for this guy. But folks, I've been using this son of a bitch all day. It's getting hot, but the battery's still like 44%. And I can't wait to review this footage. But I think it's gonna be fucking right on the money. I think this was a good investment. You know, where the Sony RX100 was a horrible investment, this joker right here is on time.